Okay, folks, so this is Acid Roots. I want to start doing this with like music reviews and stuff. I've reviewed a lot of albums and I'm starting to run out of ones that I want to keep doing. And even if I do, I don't know if I want to review everything. So I'm going to start reviewing like the singles, the three or four, two or five singles that come out on a CD. And I think as far as that goes, it'll definitely allow me to talk about Eminem again, 50 Cent again, people like that, Dr. Dre, some of these folks, but just kind of more emphasis on the songs that were actually on the radio. Because I think talking about the album cuts goes a certain way, but then at the same time, obviously the most popular songs still today are the singles. But I mean, there's something for everyone. Everyone has their own favorite, but it just seems like those are the ones that still make the most noise. So I'm gonna review Royce the 5'9" off his debut album Rock City. I'm gonna review his three singles. So there were the first one was Boom, and that was produced by DJ Premier. I like the lyrics on it. This is probably the most lyrical song on here, but I just cannot get into the production of the song. It's on the occasion I can like a DJ Premier beat, but a lot of them sound similar. And I don't know, it feels East Coast, but it just is not a good sample of what he was trying to do. I think it was just too brief, and then the kind of on the song is just I don't it, that's probably the better part than the actual sample of the song that you get hearing it. And I mean, it really kind of makes it for to be a waste of Royce the 5'9's lyrics. I was surprised that it was chosen as a single. I think it was just because he had DJ Premier for one thing, but it was a pretty uninteresting beat. I mean, once again, I've said before, I've said in the past that I do like Royce the 5'9's lyrics. I think he can keep up with Eminem. He's one of the better rappers who's still doing it and hasn't slipped or, fallen off entirely, but this just was not the song for me. And the next one is You Can't Touch Me, which that probably has the best beat on here, but just because Royce the 5'9 doesn't really like doing commercial music that's not saying too much. I mean, the big thing to know going in when messing with him is just the fact that these beats kind of sound more for like the underground setting, maybe a crowd of like 200 or 300 people versus like four digits or something like that. And I think that's just how Royce has always been. If I would have known about him back in the 90s or something, that's probably what he was doing. This kind of more niche audiences and that sort of stuff. But it's a great song. I don't think Royce the 5'9 was as lyrical on You Can't Touch Me, but he did have it in the format of a single, which just basically means that it just was kind of dumbed down. It's the stuff that Jay-Z and 50 Cent have talked about, how they're not trying to be too lyrical. They're just trying to show off their charisma, personality a bit, floss a little bit and that sort of thing. That's kind of what that song was. It was probably the closest that you got to just not underground Royce the 5'9", and it works. I don't think it's as immediate a song as like an Eminem single, but it's probably the most approachable of the three singles he dropped. It has the best production out of the three, in my opinion. And the next one is Rock City, which actually has Eminem doing backing vocals, and then also just ad libs and that sort of stuff. Originally, I think I reviewed this album back in 2016. I think I remember saying I really did not like this beat, but I just listened to it and it kind of reminds me of something hellish. I mean, just the way it is on there, it really sounds like some sort of demon song. I think as far as that goes, it just really has like a satanic kind of feel towards it that I just didn't notice before, and I'm kind of glad I started to, because earlier today when I was going to do this, I was about to just give Royce the singles for this album just like a 2 out of 10, but now I'm actually thinking that 2 out of the 3 songs on here I like. So I mean, I like the lyrics on Boom, but I don't like the production. But Rock City has more lyrics than You Can't Touch Me, but it just comes off as more interesting. And I was trying to think of what else I mean by that. I like Eminem being on the song. I mean, that definitely helps, but he's not really melodic on there. I think that, just paying attention to what he does, I kind of would have liked for him to have sang a little better. I mean, it just seems like the Eminem that gave vocals for this was probably from 2001 or even the year 2000 Marshall Mathers LP days. So I felt like he probably could sing better than that, and I don't know why he didn't. It probably would have helped Royce out a lot more, but that's just kind of the thing. It's easy to listen to. The lyrics are fine. It just comes off as a real horrific song, but I mean, that's in a good way. So that's kind of the situation. So seeing as I like 66% of the singles that came out, I'll just give the singles for Rock City a 6.5 out of 10 just because of that. But I would like to say that Boom actually would have done it, but I think it would take way too many repeated listens just to force myself to like this song. I really can't get into the beat, and I think DJ Premier could have given him a better one. I mean, a DJ Premier beat that comes to mind is "Who Shot Ya" off of Ready to Die. Maybe it's just because he didn't have the budget of Biggie, but I just kind of feel like, I mean, the song has 9 million plays on Spotify, so I think there's people that do like it out there, but I don't know. I mean, the beat is just not catchy to me. I mean, the lyrics are, I like Royce the 5'9's lyrics on these songs, but it really, this is not like an earworm at all. So it's kind of the situation there. So I give Rock City, the album by Royce the 5'9. In terms of the singles, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. So that's like the main thing. So yeah, I'm gonna do more of these.